Oh my gosh, got some music playing. I don't know if you guys, I'm on my way to a press conference and a rally. We have this company called Uline of America that's violating the rights of their workers. One of their workers um, was fired because they wanted her to return back to work from her being pregnant sooner than she was requested from her doctor to return. And because she didn't return to work, because she was advised by her doctor not to return to work, she was fired. That's not fair. And that is also against the law. Hanging there with me, I'm trying to go find me something to eat. It's against the law. You can't do that. So, um, but it takes us to fight back when it comes to fighting for labor. Now I know I've been moving, and I've been tied up with that, and I'm done. And got to get the studio set back up. And I haven't been able to report news. I know about Joe Biden admitting uh, braggadociously before Foreign Relations conference that he used his power, abused his power, his authority, and leveraged Ukraine to get his coke smoking, his coke snorting, drug snorting, crackhead son who cheats on his wife, where everybody, including his brother's widow, that it was in some heat. And Trump investigated the guy. Now you know me, I don't like Trump, but he had every right that if a political figure is doing favors for his son, he has a right to call that in. He has a right to have the AG investigated. Whether it has something to do with politically or not, that's not the point. Joe Biden broke the law. Joe Biden abused his power. Yet, Trump did the same thing. That's why I keep telling people, don't you trust these numbnuts and don't you take no sides, because all of them crooked. The only thing they can really get Trump on, to really garner Republican support, is making money under the monument clause, making money while in office. But they can't do that either, because most of them are doing the same thing. So they will never push the charge of a monument, because most of them in Congress have profited, especially Nancy Pelosi, 100 million while in office, using their political power to benefit themselves and their family. Elizabeth Warren, who I wouldn't vote for, even if she is the presumptive nominee to get Trump out. I'm not going to vote for a con artist. She's conning everybody. I'd rather vote green again. She herself said that, I don't know if I would be against my children profiting off my political leverage. She couldn't admit to that. So, once I get everything set up, I'm going to really hit this hard. Apologize for it. I'm almost back. But this stuff got to be stopped. We cannot tolerate this stuff. So, you really got to push back on that stuff. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's a waste of time with this impeachment. And anybody supporting it need to drop. It's a waste of time with this impeachment. You're not going to get the numbers in the Senate to do it, and it's going to take away from the real thing we need to focus on. That's the election and people's policies. What they've done, what they're doing now, what they're going to do in the future. And I would demand that you cut off the television whenever they start talking this impeachment job. Just cut it off. If people cut the TV off, they will lose rating and they will stop covering this mess. It's foolishness. Everybody a crook up there. Everybody use their power. Everybody misabuse their power, and everybody use their power to benefit themselves and their family. It's crooked. It's wrong. But who you gonna lock up for that? Whole Washington D.C. I say yeah, but nobody's going to do that. So stay focused on the issue. Stay focused on the campaign. Anytime they start talking about this impeachment stuff, turn it off, man. Turn it off. I don't even want to report on this crap because it's bull crap. Turn off the channel so they can lose ratings. And stay on your politicians about the issues. Now, Joe Biden will end up stepping down because of this, because the more they dig in, the more they're going to find. But like I said before, I could care less about these fools, these numbnuts, and their policies. In their, understand I'm tired, so I'm just waking up. I did a long shift about 1 o'clock, didn't get home at 3, and now I got to go to this rally at City Hall for this incredible young lady. But yeah, I'm going to be back on it, and I'll report a little bit on it, but I'm not going to waste my time reporting that mess. The bottom line is Joe Biden admittedly, braggadociously on video camera that he leveraged his power to get his son out of trouble. Had a person fired because of it and withheld money. Yeah, they're going to get mad at Trump because he's looking into that. He has every right to look into that. His attorney general has every right to look into that. The FBI need to look at it. Anybody need to be looking into that, including the setup on him about this Russia thing. He has every right to have people prosecuted over this fake mess. And he has every right to look into Joe Biden, not for political purpose, but they're going to make it as a political issue because Joe Biden ran for office. So as they try to hit Trump on this, they at the same time they're going to hit Biden over the head with this, because the bottom line is true. Biden did it. He admitted Biden was wrong. He leveraged his power, even got Obama involved. And if Obama did that, he need to be looked into also, because nobody's above the law. I don't care who you are. You can be the first black president, so-called black president. I don't give a crap about that. You violate the law, you violate the law, you need to be prosecuted. I don't care who you are. So yes, I'm all for Trump and his AG looking into that crime. At the same time, I want people to get a private investigator and look into Trump crime of the emolument cause, but they will never prosecute him on that, because all of them violate that law. So it's just a bunch of mess. These politicians are a bunch of mess. That's why I don't take no sides. I take over, and and I'm only looking at people individually. If Trump did use that to use public funds to do that, if you can prove that, which I doubt if you can prove it, if you can prove that, then not only should Joe Biden be reprimanded, Trump should be reprimanded. But I read the letter. I read the call. Trump didn't ask for dirt on Joe Biden. He asked for information on Fusion, the dossier information, and whatever led to PP tape, whatever, all that stuff that was used to try to get Trump out of office with this Mueller report. Trump got every right to find out who was behind this foolishness that they made up, because it hurt our democracy, whether it's for good or not. It's still, the point is, we wasted a lot of time, stuff not getting done, people not being looked at as real good people, real good candidates, all because of this fake Russian mess. So Trump has every right to clap back on that. And I'm not a Trump fan, but he has every right to clap back on that. And number two, if Joe Biden admit that he did wrong, Joe Biden, he put his own foot in his mouth. Don't you blame Trump for that. Joe did that. Joe put his foot in his mouth. And he's admitted he should be prosecuted. He should be immediately told to step down. Elizabeth Warren, she need to be really called out on that situation about my family. And would you hire somebody from your family as an elected official? Would you help them get a job based on your power? She could not. She basically said no. And then she tried to walk back. It was too late. Out of abundance of the heart, mouth speak. Just like with Tulsi Gabbard in this on Medicare for Choice. I'm going to talk about that because, I don't know how that was framed. I think people may be misconstruing it. Like me, I am not for, I'll probably lose subscribers. I'm not for abortion. I believe if you sit there and have sex, the purpose of sex is to procreate, not to have fun. Because you have sex, there's a chance that if you don't protect yourself, you're going to procreate. So if you know that, why are you going to sit there and have sex knowing that there's a chance that you're going to have a baby? Yet, I don't know your situation. So even though I'm pro-life, I believe in the life of a child living, I also believe in the woman's choice to make a decision whether they want to, what they want to do with their body. That's not my deal. But as Dave Chappelle said in his last special, don't ask me to take care of if you decide to. If I can't be a part of you your decision on whether you keep the baby or not, then don't why make me a part of the decision where you if you decide to keep the baby, you want to get child support from me. So Dave Chappelle is crazy. Go watch that Netflix special. But I have a little conservative in me. And even though I am for the life of a child living, I am not for us telling a woman what they should do with their body. If that woman want to do that, that's to that woman. I'm not going to go against that woman's right of choice. So in my thing, Tulsi Gabbard being a real hatred in my book, I think what she was basically saying, and a lot of people get mad over this stuff, I think she was basically saying, look, I believe in Medicare for all. You put the bill in front of me, I'm going to sign it. But I don't want to override people's choices. If somebody want to be dumb enough to pay for health insurance from a health insurance company, let that dummy be a dummy to do that. We shouldn't oversee their right to do that. So I think that's what she's saying. But I really believe that if she's for no-cost health care, and if you put the bill before her face, she'll sign it. You can't tell me she won't. But I think what she's basically saying that as a soldier, I fought for people's freedom to choose and freedom to choose how they live. So why would this be something different? I want everybody to have Medicare for all, but I don't want to infringe on people's rights if they want to be dumb enough to pay a premium. And I would say that if I was a politician. Look, if you want to be dumb enough to pay a premium, that's on you. But why would you do that? Go ahead and get the Medicare for all. I'm all for you not having to pay for it at a point of service. Not having a bill, none of that. So why would you want to be doing that? And look, I'm a union worker, as you can see. We don't want to negotiate for health care. Every time about union health care, we want to take away union health care. Now, I disagree with Tulsi on that. No union wants to fight for health care. And unions don't usually create their own health care plan. They have to negotiate health care between the boss and the insurance company and go get a good deal with the insurance company by taking them numbers to get the premium low. No union in their right mind wants to negotiate a health care plan. If you have Medicare for all, that's one thing we don't have to worry about asking for when it comes to a company. We'll rather tell them to take the health care savings that you would normally negotiate for you to pay your workers to have health care, take that and put it in their pockets. No union wants to negotiate health care. I know, because I've been to the bargaining table before. That's the hardest thing to negotiate. A union will drop what they got right now and take Medicare for all in a heartbeat. Why? Because that's one less payment out of the pockets of the workers, out of the pocket of the companies. The worker keep the money, and we can tell that company to take that money that we would normally ask you for, put it in the pocket of the workers, raise the race. Anyway, I got to get to this rally, guys. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, Dingo Man. Ate my baby. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got to get to this meeting. Talk to you later.